There we go. Yeah, we're just going to discuss it. I didn't work on getting the author to come and join us for this one, but I started reading this on the way to San Diego because, they had the only platypuses in the country, and it was just fascinating. This author, Jack Ashby, is in college. He's in Cambridge in England, and he's done a lot of research on different animals, primarily in Australia. And he's done some interesting presentations. I tried putting some of those on Facebook. The one about thylacines I thought was fascinating. Thylacine to me, it sounds like a disease or something. I didn't think it was an animal. But his whole concept of the idea that we think of Australian animals as being weird or
Yep.
otherworldly or whatever. And they're not weird. They just were separated from other areas, and they had their own evolution of continuing. And it was
He
just Mhm. Go
he
ahead.
didn't ever use the word unique. They're unique.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
and he's right. We do tend to, if you look at culture and everywhere, we belittle them.
Yeah.
It's really sad. I mean,
Well,
that book made you laugh and then made you cry. I laughed during the whole part of the taxidermy. I mean, whoever thought we'd be talking about penis bones so much, right, guys?
the fact that the taxidermist put the feet on backwards.
Yes. And they left them all out too, because heaven forbid they offend those Victorian ladies. It's like, give me a break. I'll never look at a taxidermied animal again the same way.
Right.
And then you cry at, what we did to Australia. It was just,
Yes. Yeah, with the especially with the thylacines. Did you happen to see his video about the thylacines?
I have not seen his. I'll have to watch that because I've
Yeah.
seen like Josh Gates and Forrest, these Forrest, the one that looks for all the uh, uh, animals that have been declared extinct. He's going to prove that they're not. He tried to find the thylacine.
Oh, okay.
Forrest
I
Galante, I think his name is. He's
okay.
got interesting shows.
I was going through videos and I think I may have seen something of his. He was looking for tracks for
Yeah.
thylacine. He has like kind of long blondish hair, young guy.
And
But
they interviewed a guy that swears he sees them all the time, and you wonder because those are the guys that would see them, people that live there and that are there all the time. So
yeah.
I just
And
hope.
then the video where he was discussing thylacines, he was talking about they were native to Tasmania, and all the British people were moving into Australia and Tasmania and bringing their sheep, and they thought the thylacines were killing their sheep, and they weren't. They weren't actually hunting their sheep, but they decided that they needed to get rid of them, so they put bounties on them and had people hunting them. But they also, and the really sad part was they had uh, bounties on Aborigines too.
Yeah, that was disgusting, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes. And the animals and the people, they were killing them off because they didn't think they were good for the colonists and their sheep farms. It was disgusting.
It amazes me how arrogant, the arrogance too. I mean, when you go to a place like that,
Mm.
the ones that know the animals are the natives.
Yes.
It's even these all these treasure hunters on TV. You go to some place, go talk to the kids that live there. Go talk to the people that live there that spend their day, the kids that spend their day out in the woods playing. They
Right.
know what a platypus looks like and what it does. They watch it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
but no, we were too arrogant to listen to them.
And
Crazy.
the beginning of the book where he's talking about in 1799, where they were trying to figure out what this thing was, and they were killing them and cutting them up to try to figure out. But when you think about how science has advanced, I mean, back then
Yes.
that was science. That was probably the state of the art science, was catching one of these things and cutting it up and looking at it. And it's disgusting to us now, but that was how they were learning.
And they really didn't have the resources that we have now. Well, it's not
Mhm.
like they could take a picture of it
You're
or
right.
pull
They,
out your camera and your phone and just shoot a picture. I read an interesting, it's fiction. It's called The Naturalist's Daughter, and it was fiction about the discovery of the platypus.
oh, okay.
And the guy was over there, and his daughter was a good artist, and then he actually gets stung, and she has to go to Europe to present the her findings. And of course, it was in the time. It was interesting because they didn't believe her, you know, and it
Yeah.
brought out the whole fact that they thought the animal was fake,
Yeah.
which they did, and it was an interesting, even though it was fiction, it was interesting.
Oh,
But
that's good. I just made note of that. That sounds good.
yeah, it was a quick read, and there is a little mystery involved there too. But it was very interesting when because those are the people we should listen to more, the people that live there, and but we don't.
Yeah. No.
We hopefully we do now.
Yes, I think we do now,
Now
but
that we've wiped them out, but
I
and
think it's only recent that our country's done in as much listening, and when we talk about, like, we have a wild turkey in our
Mhm.
backyard. He's the neighborhood. He's a single turkey.
Right.
And his parents, I think, live across the river from us. And
Mm.
I think they just said, go away. And he flew across the river. So we have the only wild turkey on this side of the river. But um, they're just coming back and they're being introduced to it because they were wiped out
Mm.
yeah,
of most states. And we're looking at all these animals that are just coming back into Ohio
Mm.
that were just wiped out. The bobcat, the bear, we got bears coming back in southern Ohio. But we, we
did
always
the
laugh.
make it there
Cincinnati
yet?
had the last carrier pigeon.
Oh, that
Mm.
was in Ohio.
Yeah, the last pigeon was at the Cincinnati Zoo.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I did not know that.
And they died in like 19 something, you know. So, we can look at other countries and say, oh, look what they did.
Yeah.
But we were doing the same thing
Oh,
basically at the
exactly.
same
Yeah,
time.
yes,
Yeah.
and still are to an
Yeah.
extent.
Yeah. It's maybe not so much the country as the time period.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge difference. Now, I know they had the presentation about American bison, and uh, and here in central New York, we have the Onondaga Indian tribe, and the bison was sacred to them, and they used to live in this part of the country. They don't anymore, but there was a farmer in this area who had bison, and he was working with the Onondagas to actually send some to their land so they could raise bison on their own land. And that kind of thing is going on now. I don't think we'll ever see bison herds like back in the day.
Yeah.
They're
But
starting to
they
come
just
back.
returned some to the West as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've been sending them to an Indian reservation in the West.
Hmm.
So we raise the wilds part of our zoo has been
Uh,
raising them, and they're being repatriated back.
okay.
So as they, with a couple of other groups, because you want the genetic diversity, or as
Yeah.
I call the dating apps.
Yes. The SSP.
You just tell people they have the most extensive dating apps. The animals, there's a dating app. It's called the SSP.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
It's
Yeah.
like,
The dating app.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got the stud book for the Markhors, the
Oh, I
Turkmenid
love them.
Markhors.
Wow.
And there's another, we're big with hoof stock in our zoo. And there's another one that we have the stud book for. And that's why AZA and the government decided to send the clone sheep to us. No, he's never going to be bred with anybody. He's going to live out his life as the king of the hill.
Is he on exhibit?
Hmm?
Is he on exhibit?
Yes, he is.
Oh, I'll have to come see him.
Yes. Last summer, I spent one of the things I signed up for that was so much fun was sitting by his exhibit and calling people over and saying, "Do you want to see a clone?" And
That would be fun.
he is truly a clone. And he's the only one that's in North America, the only one who will probably ever be in North America.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's a huge guy. It looks like a bighorn sheep, only maybe half again as big. They're
Wow.
they're massive. The guy that was cloning them was trying to breed them with bighorn sheep out in the West in Montana, I think it was. He had a ranch for hunters. And his idea was to get these massive sheep to breed with the bighorn sheep on his ranch and charge hunters even more to hunt these guys. Well, it turned out everything he did was totally illegal. The killing of the sheep, the Argali sheep in Kazakhstan, I think it was, wherever it was, that was legal. He was hunted legally, but then they brought body parts back. They didn't bring a whole corpse back, but they brought body parts and sent it to a place in Arizona to be cloned. And they tried cloning 6 of them, and the one we have is the only one that survived of the 6 attempted clones. And he was tied up in fish and wildlife and federal crimes and everything. It took a while before he was released to us. But yeah,
Yeah.
the rest of his life, and he's hanging out with the Mark horse.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And they're from the same part of the world, and uh, we have a bachelor herd of Mark horse, and he's a bachelor, so they just all hang out together.
Oh, they're beautiful too.
Yeah.
I'd like to come see them.
Yeah, yeah. And we're doing the red wolves too. Are you guys doing red wolves in your zoos? I think Columbus.
We have the Mexican wolves right now,
Okay, okay.
and they just got a whole new exhibit.
Ah,
So we have five brothers, but they're
oh,
not all the same age.
hmm.
So they're from they all have the same parents,
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
they're not all the exact same age.
Yeah,
So there's, big brother and little brothers
yeah,
in there. Um, so they're one of our exhibits that is these animals are not trained, they're not to be. So we
yes.
have people that sit there and say, don't howl at them, don't,
You
these
won't be
will
able to
could
release
be
that.
go back, but
Yeah,
generally what they could be go back to the breeding facilities, maybe out west.
yeah.
Yeah, but we did have a breeding couple. We had some years ago
Mhm.
that went back,
Oh,
but I think primarily now we not knowing the ins and outs, but I would speculate that these are being held for future potential breeding. But like you said, you get bachelor groups.
yeah,
You can only
yeah,
have so many boys
right. Yeah.
in the things. And people laugh. We have 18 giraffes. I said, but out of 18 giraffes, you can only have one stud muffin.
Yeah.
So we have a large, what I call the gentleman's group.
Ah,
All are articulated, and a couple of others are gentleman giraffes. So it's like one stud muffin per group,
Yeah.
and pretty much you can't mix boys.
Right. We're running into that with our baby elephants too. We've got the
Oh,
twins,
yeah.
Oh,
and
the twins. Oh,
they're both males.
Uh,
And so unless we can get enough land and start a bachelor group with the elephants, they're going to have to go out someplace else because they
yeah.
can't be with their father and they can't be with their mother and their grandmother and their aunts. It,
yeah.
they would have to go somewhere else.
They're going to want to go their own. Yeah. Yeah.
We have two baby elephants,
Yeah.
and the um uh, the little boy has a big brother at the zoo.
Oh,
But
okay.
there's Phoebe is his mother is our dominant elephant.
Mm.
So Phoebe rules. And so Big Brother has to play nice with Little Brother,
Oh,
and with his, and he has a little half sister.
mm.
But the half sister hasn't, as far as I know, has never been with the older brother. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
you say, but his father is not there any longer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So his father went to retirement
Ah,
in um Oklahoma, Tulsa has an elephant retirement
Oh,
oh,
community. And we had an older grumpy female.
we have one
And
of those.
I know it. Connie went, and Hank went with her, and he was the largest Asian elephant in North America.
wow.
But he was a dud.
Duh.
So
Oh, no.
the little scientific use was needed for him to have a child.
It was snow
But
leopard like that. He just can't figure it out.
and then
He's you know.
the little girl's father is the Cincinnati bull male who was up while they redid their exhibit. So they were hoping he would get the job done, and he did. So they
Good.
don't have their father there. We have another male now. I don't know if that makes any difference.
Yeah, I don't know, but they're all in the SSP too, so
Yeah,
it's not always up to us where they go.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
We'd like to keep the twins as long as possible. We had well
that
the
was a great presentation y'all did
oh, yeah,
at AZAD.
yes, the our whatever the group at the zoo put that all together for me, and they did a really nice job with all the interviews and everything about them. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Now, are
excited.
they Asian or African?
They're Asian,
Okay.
and they will
So
still
that's what
be
we
here.
have, are Asian.
Yeah, they'll still be here next year when everybody comes to see them. Uh, I think another year or more after that, they may have to be sent someplace else. We
Yeah.
had we had two baby elephants a few years ago that both died of that EEHV that
Hmm.
they had. And the older one of the two was 5, and he was still with us. They were both males. There was one was 5 and one had just turned 1 when they both came down with it and died. So I think we'll be able to have these guys for a couple more years.
We have, when we had one die from that, they developed
Yes.
a lab in Columbus because
Yeah.
they said they felt like you know, they really wanted a lab.
Hmm. And he
And
was
now they're,
one too, wasn't he 11 or something like that?
yes, and he wasn't with us,
Yeah.
but he was the brother of these.
Oh,
And the
okay.
one who died was a little girl, which
Oh, okay.
which
Okay.
is
Hmm.
like, no, not a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
I
we had
know.
one of the things, it was Father's Day weekend. Uh, we were supposed to send some plasma, I think it was, from our zoo to Columbus Zoo to use for an elephant that had EEHV.
And
And
that was probably her.
yeah, they were looking for somebody to drive it, but it was Father's Day and none of the employees wanted to go. And I'm a volunteer there, so I offered to go. And they were all ready to send me. I had all the reservations and everything ready to go. And then the elephant died.
Oh,
And
So,
I'm surprised we didn't, because we have such a large plasma bank.
yeah, I'm not
So
sure what
I
it was.
wonder maybe they wanted a different, like, let's try somebody else's.
I don't know if it was blood or plasma, but there was something
It
that I
would
was
be plasma,
okay.
but it's that, oh, maybe somebody else's plasma might work. Not
Yeah,
being a
yeah,
scientist,
right.
I don't know how all that works. I know it was a horrific time for the keepers.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
And that was that. So they've got the whole lab there now, and those elephants are checked
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
It's
When they opened our new animal vet clinic a few years ago, one of the things they wanted to do was have the ability to test them for the EEHV.
yeah,
Because
but it's quite, it's a big thing. You have to have one lab person dedicated, I gather, which is not something that most zoos can do.
Yeah.
no,
Mm.
see, we're right near Cornell University, and they have a
Aha.
huge uh,
But
veterinary
big,
program.
yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of our vets are actually working at Cornell and with us both.
That
Which,
works well because we have Ohio State's vet
yeah,
school. And that really, as my mother once said, you only wish you had the medical plan that the animals at the zoo had.
Oh,
I once asked a doctor because I was having some knee pain. Well, his sea lion's getting this infrared, blah, 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 this stuff on his back. He goes, your insurance doesn't cover that. I said, what about this? Nope, your insurance doesn't cover that.
Wow.
I thought, oh, like what? So I was intrigued with the platypus in San Diego
Mm.
Yep,
because they were so much smaller than I thought they'd be.
I know. Yeah,
They were little. I
yeah,
thought they
They
were
were
going to be, like 3 feet long or 2.5
right.
feet long, and they were these cute little critters.
Zooming through the water.
Well, and he
Yeah.
kind of explained that in the book too, that the southern ones are actually bigger
Oh, right, because
because of the cold down there. Yeah. Yeah.
it's hard for
Yeah.
us to think of the South being cold
Exactly.
than the North. Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean it's cold down there? Oh yeah, different hemisphere.
Yeah. It's the same with the koalas. The southern koalas are bigger than the
Yeah.
northern koalas.
But yeah, I thought they were smaller too. I was like, wow, they're so little and cute. They were
They
amazing
are.
to watch.
Yeah, I could
I
have
mean,
sworn.
they are the sort of the animal that, they always call the Dr. Seuss
Yeah.
animal.
Well, and
So
I
we
never
have
realized
a
there
little
were some,
baby echidna,
yeah.
Oh,
a puggle,
oh, yeah, yeah,
and everybody is so thrilled about that
yeah.
that that department is like, oh, look what we got. We got the cutest baby. They
Oh, those are cute.
Yeah.
are cute.
And I
So
guess the echidnas and the platypus are the only monotremes
I
still
think
living,
they are
the mammals that lay eggs.
that lay eggs.
Yeah.
So they were just like, oh my gosh, we're not going to announce this, until we actually have, that it's viable.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's got to be like X number, uh, it's got to be a certain age.
Hmm.
So you
Yeah.
have
So,
to put a secret? Yeah. Yeah.
because it's like, certain animals just sort of have secret lives.
Yeah. And well, I think zoos are worried about announcing a birth too soon, and then if the baby dies, it's a big horrible thing.
Yeah.
When the elephant twins were born, nobody outside of the immediate zoo staff knew they were twins. And we volunteers were taking blood to Cornell a couple times a week. We were driving down to Cornell, taking it there. And then all of a sudden they said, okay, you don't have to take the blood anymore. But they hadn't said anything about the baby being born. At this point, we were thinking, baby, one baby. They didn't say anything. We're going, oh my gosh, has something awful happened? But there was no announcement made until they had the county executive was there and a big announcement.
Yeah.
Show the new baby, and they walk down and there's two of them. And everybody's going, ah, is that those twins? And one of the other volunteers who'd been volunteering for decades went over to one of the keepers and she said, you didn't tell me about this. And he goes, I couldn't tell anybody about it.
Yeah. It's like,
keep
nope,
their secrets. Yeah.
that's what, that's our thing, that you have to respect what the keepers
Yeah.
are going through.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we had that with our rhinos. We were supposed to get a male rhino, greater one-horned Indian rhino from Florida. I actually had a guest say, oh, you're getting our rhino. They already announced it down there. And then the guy was too big for the crate. They never could
Charlie.
get the crate for him.
Oh,
So
no.
not coming now. And it was too much. They decided it was going to be too much for him. So here, the other zoo made this big announcement, and we kind of did, but didn't, because we really didn't know. And now we're not getting him. But now I guess we're getting a rhino from another one from some different zoo.
I wonder if it's us.
Maybe greater one-horned Indian, because we have Georgia, we have Tashi, of course, who's very famous, but she's retiring, and we have her daughter, her last daughter. So she's ready to breed now.
Her wildlife area called the Wilds
Yeah.
is like the white rhinos. I always laugh. They breed like rabbits. I think they're on their 6th generation, but they have a lot of the one-horned too. So I wonder if some little boy's going to strike it lucky.
Could be.
I mean, it's like, and people are so surprised those rhinos want their back scratched. It's like, oh, rhinos don't like people. Well,
they're like big dogs.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys see, there's this musician on Facebook. His name is Plumes. He's a French singer. He plays a guitar and sings to animals. And he posted one today where he was singing to a mother and baby rhino.
Aww.
And the mother's making the noise at him, and then the baby's going, yeah.
Oh, how cute.
But after he finishes singing, he's like rubbing their nose or scratching their noses.
Last year, we got to go to Seneca Zoo as a docent group, and we got to touch their southern white rhino, which was pretty cool. Twice, actually, because the first time you're real shy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is cool.
This guy wants his back rubbed.
Yeah, it was pretty neat.
Oh gosh, this is funny.
If you're on Facebook, you have to look up this guy. It's Plumes, Plumes.
Okay.
He's
He's not the guy that plays piano for the elephants. Somebody else?
Yeah, that's somebody else. He plays guitar and sings. And he's been with elephants. He's been with lions, just all kinds of monkeys. They'll be climbing all over him while he's singing.
I have to put it in my phone.
But he was at a conference. Of course, it was in France, so of course I wasn't going. But it's kind of conference to do with people communicating with animals through like music and all that kind of stuff. I thought that it's so interesting. You
I
see-
just saw a Facebook thing where the guy taught the octopus to play piano. Did you see that?
No.
Amazing.
No,
The octopus would pull these strings that he'd attach to keys and he could play the piano.
Yeah.
I
It
can
took him
believe
2 years,
that of an
did
octopus.
it?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, I think an octopus could do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe not as much as they did in the Remarkably Bright Creatures.
I mean, it's a good book.
I haven't seen the movie yet, but the book was very good.
Yeah.
But I think it was a little far-fetched for things that the octopus could do. But they are very smart.
Very.
Yeah, it surprised me that cuttlefish are that. I mean, and they're saying, well, they're relatives,
Yeah,
you know.
that makes sense.
Yeah, that they're smart.
Yeah,
I went, oh, yeah, this is crazy.
yeah.
But that's what I always say. We don't have an octopus because they're too smart.
Mm.
Yeah, we don't. We have an aquarium in Niagara Falls, but I don't think they have an octopus right now.
Yeah, we've had octopuses before. In fact, I forget the name of the TV show. There was a TV show that came and built the aquarium for the octopus in our zoo. And we've had them for years. And of course, they only live like 2 or 3 years. So
Yeah.
we went through
Yeah.
quite a few of them. And when the last one died, the aquarium there the tank has been empty for a long time. And nobody at the zoo will say anything about whether we're getting another one or not. But they're building a new aquarium in Syracuse, not related to our zoo at all, but there is an aquarium going up, should be open in the fall, and they're
Well,
getting an
that's interesting.
Oh, cool.
They announced yesterday our zoo's building a standalone huge aquarium,
Okay.
and they supposed to start in 2027 and be finished in 2029.
Okay.
Now, I'd put money on whether it's going to be finished in 29.
Yeah.
Any construction,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's going to be winter delays, rain delays,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
but it
Especially
looks spectacular. It's going to be, huge.
Hmm.
And family here donated a huge sum of money
nice. Wow.
for it, but it's not going to be part of the zoo itself. It's going to be a standalone
Yeah.
aquarium.
Yeah, that's what ours is.
So, but they do well.
Hmm.
Hopefully this will. But it became a lot of us knew that they had been talking about it
Hmm.
and talking about it. So when they announced it yesterday, we're going, you mean they're actually doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Right. Yeah, the one here, they were talking about it a lot, and the county was trying to come up with the money for it, and all this was going on. And now all of a sudden, they're building it. The glass came from Italy, or France or someplace. The glass came from someplace in Europe, and they're building the thing, and they expect it to open this fall.
wow. That's bad.
Yeah.
So that's, it's they on the internet today, they had information about the water systems and
Mm.
stuff. I mean, and we have manatees that I work with,
Oh, yeah.
and one of the things I talk about is the water system. Our
Mhm.
limitation on rescued manatees that we take care of and
Yeah.
then send back to Florida, it's based on the water
Yeah.
filters.
Mhm.
It's like, you can have a whole lot of them in the space we have.
Ohio doesn't have a lot of supply of salt water.
Yeah, we got the salt water. I mean, it's brackish water they're in.
Okay.
And we've got one adult female who is technically releasable, but she gets a 0 out of 5 every 5 years on releasability.
Oh,
And she's got right now 3 orphan babies that she takes is
uh,
so I call her the surrogate mom. And um the most she had at one time was 8.
Oh, wow.
And that the poor filtration system was having a real struggle with that one. But I'm sitting here thinking they have all this space and they all sit next to each other half
Yeah.
the time. So
Little
um
fatty potatoes, right?
yeah, they're just these I call them little submarines. They look like or little torpedoes or something. And so she raises them, and it's a fish and wildlife sanctuary, stage 2 rehabilitation center. Cincinnati has one, and they all fly together back to Florida and get new ones together. And but Stubby, our big one, I always say to the people, this is run by Fish and Wildlife, but she runs Fish and Wildlife. What Stubby wants, Stubby gets.
Yeah.
And she's had a lot of national and international things about
Mhm.
her. But it is funny. We don't know. We know she's the first, but we don't know if anybody else has done it. She may be the only, but there may be more now to give urine samples,
Oh,
voluntary urine samples. So she has to turn upside down. And one guy gets in the tunnel, he pushes her tummy up. Somebody feeds her crackers and they do CPR on her bladder.
oh,
And as long as they feed her crackers, she is just happy as the Lord.
I think I saw that on your TV thing.
It was on
Yeah,
one of the first episodes. It's the funniest thing in the
I
world.
thought I saw, yeah. They
Yeah.
did a big
And
deal out of it. Yeah, they were proud of
well,
themselves.
it was because
Pretty
they never
cool.
got a urine sample from a man, and they get all the hormones
Yeah,
and all that from her. That whole study. So I
yeah.
gather there's some in Florida that we were wondering if they've taught them to do it. But she does
Oh,
all her own voluntary she does her blood draws and everything. And
mhm.
she has a lot of medical problems, which is why she's a 0 out of 5.
Yeah.
But she wants to have babies around her.
Yeah.
And so,
Works out great then, because you probably
yeah.
have a lot of orphans.
yeah, but visual, we go, you can't she'll go on strike if you don't have babies there. And so we go, yep, we have to have babies for her.
Yeah.
But she never had she was rescued as a baby.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, so she never had her own. Yeah,
she never had her own. So
But she
she's
has an
raised, I
instinct.
believe, 33 orphans that have gone back to the wild.
good
Wow.
for her. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we laugh. What Stubby wants, Stubby gets.
With a record
So,
like that, she deserves it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Earned it, right?
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
bless her.
They need her.
Yeah.
So she's got this whole center built around her
Yeah.
right now. I just had a pussycat. The wind blew. I'm on the porch. Wind blew. Oh, cat's going. Oh, I'm getting out of here. Charlie, you coward.
Well, I'm one that's already read the next book that we're reading for this,
Oh,
and
What's the
say,
next book?
the Immense World.
yes.
It's amazing.
I've heard it takes a long time to get through.
Yeah, you can read it twice though. It's
Yeah.
I went out and bought it. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I bought it. I haven't read it yet. Patience Fisher from Pittsburgh Zoo is she wants to lead the discussion of it, and she can't do it until probably October. So it'll be after the conference.
That's probably good because it is going to take a while to get
To
through.
read it.
Yeah. It's
I've heard other people say that if you get the book on tape and it's the author reading it, that it's fascinating listening to him
Yeah,
read
oh,
his.
I bet it is.
it's available on Amazon,
Yeah,
Audible on Audible. I just
yeah. I haven't
looked.
gotten the book on tape. I did get the book though. I actually
Yeah.
went to a brick and mortar bookstore and bought a book.
Me too. Yeah, I wanted it in my hands because of the
Yeah,
pictures and just the descriptions.
yeah.
It's an amazing book. Just
So,
and interestingly enough, I think you guys would find it in comparison to what we just read with the
Mm.
history and the way we treated the animals and the way the scientists treat it in this book. It's very
Oh, yeah.
interesting. Very, yeah. I
It's a
saw
much
it
more
right away.
modern, and they're learning to communicate with the animals, right? I mean, seeing how the animals communicate with each other, and
Right.
yeah,
And we have more tools like we talked about earlier, Joanne. We have the remote cameras now. How many cool things we've spotted since the remote cameras have come into our world?
well,
yeah,
It's pretty cool. So we have a lot more tools than they had back in the time of that the book we just read was written a lot of that history.
yeah, yeah.
trying to think.
Okay, I'll have to read that one next.
Yeah, it was a wonderful book. I might read it again. It was that good
Oh, good.
because it's just so full of stuff and you just can't keep
Oh,
it all in your mind. It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
oh, I've got it on hold
Oh, okay.
on Audible.
Oh, okay.
Not
Okay.
Audible, but wait a minute. Let me see. What is this? I'm looking at a Libby
Oh,
from
okay.
the
Oh, and Libby,
Libby.
it's at the library.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I do the Audible ones
Oh, good. Okay.
because it's what gets me through housework.
Ah,
Oh, there
yeah.
you
See, my answer is I just don't do housework.
Yeah,
go.
because I kept saying, I know I have that one.
Yeah.
And the sixth extinction
Mm.
is being done with the AZK
Oh,
book
okay.
club is
Oh,
doing the sixth extinction.
yeah. Now I heard that mentioned with the giraffe book, The West with
Mhm.
Giraffes. She mentioned something about the sixth extinction, and I had never heard of that before.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten all the way through it. I haven't done enough housework to get all the way through
It's spring
it.
now. It's planting time, right? Get outside.
Yeah. Well, I learned one thing. We have deer. Technically, we're in the city, but we're sort of country in our
Mm.
little neck of the city. So we have deer, and so they eat certain things. We don't have bunnies at our end of the street. They have bunnies at the other end of the street because we have fox and coyote at our end of the
Mm.
street. Now, this isn't a really long street, but we're at the cul-de-sac, and so we don't have bunnies. And we had
No,
one bunny show up this year, and I never saw another bunny.
the
Uh,
fox will take care of it.
Yeah, yeah.
but our turkey, I'm sitting there thinking he will go for vegetable gardens or
Huh.
kind of thing, and all the bird seeds and things. But what I didn't, I planted some plants, and I wasn't really thinking. He doesn't look where he walks,
Oh,
Oh,
so he just stomps on the stuff.
just stop and stop.
If it's
Oh,
not big enough, he's just like stomp, stomp,
there go all your
like a
savings.
dinosaur going by. So you have to put a cone or something around
Over.
something.
Oh my gosh.
So I haven't got energetic enough to replant some stuff. If it's not pretty big, he doesn't pay any attention to it. He just
Yeah,
stomps
stop.
right over it.
Yeah,
yeah.
or
So
on
I
it.
said, oh, I had another thing that's not going to last in our garden.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, when I'd heard about the platypus dying in San Diego, uh,
Oh, I hadn't heard that.
yeah, the
Yeah,
female
female.
died in March, and I hadn't thought about it until a week or so ago, and I thought, I wonder if they're going to get another one. So I emailed the San Diego Wildlife Park, and I haven't heard back from them about whether they're going to get another one. But when I was reading skimming back through my notes on the Platypus Matters book, one of the things he said in there is that uh, Australia has decided not to send any more of their native species out to other countries. That if people want to see a platypus, they'll have to come to Australia to see it. So I don't know if San Diego, having had them in the past, if they'll be able to get another one or if they'll
That's
just,
been their basic premise all along,
yeah,
except now they had to make the exception of the Tasmanian devils,
yeah. Oh, because of the
the face thing. So we've had
Yeah.
Tasmanian devils, but
Them in San Diego too.
yeah, it's a major um thing to go through
mhm,
to get any of the animals.
yeah.
But
You guys have
as they're trying to make groups that are viable away from that cancer,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
they
you guys
let up a little on those.
you guys have had koalas for years too. I was
Yeah.
surprised that the zoo so far north was able to have koalas because you don't
Um,
really,
they have indoor and outdoor
yeah,
exhibits. So if it's too cold, they don't go outside, but they have their indoor. And we've had a lot of babies.
yeah.
That's
So
exciting.
that's
Yeah, a couple of years ago, we borrowed two from San Diego. They came and stayed with us for the summer in our zoo, which was fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
And
to get to feed them, the eucalyptus, we had to send it in from, I think they got it from someplace in Arizona. And it was,
Arizona or California, probably.
yeah, it was
That's
shipped
where
in
we import it.
twice a
So
week, and it cost a fortune to ship it all in.
we laughed that the koalas and Stubby the manatee are the two most expensive animals to feed in the
Yeah,
zoo. So the koalas and then the manatees.
And the manatee.
And
yeah,
people go, well, they're just eating lettuce.
right,
Yeah, but they're eating hundreds of pounds
Look at the
right.
size of them.
of
Yeah.
endive and romaine lettuce. It's the endive. You see the endive going flying in there, and you're going, that bunch right there costs more than a steak, probably.
They eat like 400 pounds a day or something.
Oh my God.
She's 20, almost 20, 2,450 pounds on average,
Wow.
and she'll eat 5 to 9% of her that weight a day.
A
Yeah.
day.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
you've got all the babies who are
Yeah.
400 and plus pounds. So it's like all they do all day is just throw lettuce
Yeah. Right.
in there, and they eat they get sweet potatoes, they get some other vegetables, but not a lot of other things.
Mhm.
But it's just, and I know Cincinnati, they get kale, a part
Oh,
of their diet, but it's like you just throw it by the, cases just go in.
yeah. Yeah.
And
So cool.
people get splashed. What happened? I said, oh, somebody's throwing lettuce. And they
Wow.
just munch all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but they're fun.
Hmm.
And we just tell people, you do realize their first cousin is an elephant.
Right.
What?
Mm.
That's fun.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah. I just want us to get a Hyrax.
Oh, okay.
We used to have those too. Yeah.
I mean, they're so cute. And I
Yeah.
said, we need all three family members.
Right.
So
Yeah, we
there's
want
no
that.
way anybody can use their imagination with the Hyrax and a manatee.
How is that related?
It's like, what? We can get the kids to use their imagination, the manatee and the elephant. Big, gray,
Yeah.
this, and you throw the Hyrax in it, it's not going to work in any way.
Oh,
Either one.
yeah.
But
Alright. I'm gonna cut out. What's going on here? Whoop.
Well, this has been an interesting conversation. It's great talking to you ladies.
Yeah, you too.
yeah, not too much about the book.
No, but he brought up so many different things that we're dealing with about the different
Yeah,
animals and being docents, we're talking to people about animals and one of the big things he talks about over and over again is how we refer to platypuses as weird and strange and odd animals. And we got to stop doing that, that they are what
they're
they
unique.
are.
We've even just gotten a list about how we refer to everything from
Mm.
like habitat to cage to
Oh
include,
yeah,
removing the cage and using
Oh,
enclosure or habitat and words do mean a lot. They do. I took journalism when I first got out of high school in college, and
mhm.
that was back in 1976. Give you guys,
oh, you're a youngster.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can tell you right now that the journalists today, first thing that they learned was how to manipulate people with words.
Yeah.
That's what they were teaching us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you can do it. And he talks about it, how we've done that with Australia's animals is interesting.
Yeah.
yeah. Get all the
Australian
new
animals
terms and
they're weird, they're primitive,
And the people and the whole entire continent,
yes.
really.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it's on my bucket list to get there.
Yeah.
My mother went, yeah.
My kids have been there.
Yeah. My husband went there on business.
Yeah.
And I guess back when he died in 1999, so it was a few years before that. But when he went, had to get like permission from the government to go. You had to get a visa to go to Australia. You couldn't
So,
decide I'm going to go on vacation and go there. You had to have a reason to be there. I'm not sure if it's the same way now, but
that's interesting.
I think my son must have gone there in 2001, fall of 2001. A whole bunch of his friends went and lived there for just under 6 months
Oh, that
oh,
would be an experience.
after
yeah.
they graduated from college.
Hmm.
And that's why I'm thinking of that was probably the date. And they got a place at Surfer's Paradise.
Oh,
And my
nice.
son's was going to spend a month with him and before Christmas, and they lost his luggage. And I'm talking with the airline. Well, where is he going to be? Surfer's Paradise. Yeah, what's the name of the city? Surfer's Paradise. Up towards the north and stuff. So he stayed there a month with them. And it was really inexpensive for them to have this house. And it'd be really expensive now.
Yeah,
But they all went there and that was sort of their before we get real jobs or
Mhm.
two of them ended up going to law school, but we just need a
yeah,
world experience and
yeah.
stuff. So he saw all these things, they go on all these trips, and he saw all these things I want to see.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, how'd you do that? So that's still on my bucket list.
Yeah.
It's a long flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could do that. But
many years ago, I went to Borneo with the zoo, and that
Hmm.
was a really long flight.
Yeah, that would be too, just as long, basically. Yeah.
Well, no, it was a lot longer because you
Yeah.
can get a direct flight
Oh, yeah.
from
Yeah.
Los Angeles and San Francisco, but we had to go. Where did we go? We went to Taiwan, and
Yeah.
then we went to uh the big Kuala Lumpur, and
Oh,
then we
okay.
had to go down to Borneo.
Huh.
So, but it was well worth it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That'd be cool.
And
Super cool.
yeah, and how modern Kuala Lumpur was. And we
Mhm.
got to Borneo, and the guys were playing cards, and they're going, "Yeah, go on through."
Little laid back, huh?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit different. I'm sure now, because that was a long time ago. I'm sure it is totally different now,
Mhm. Yeah.
but they're very British. So it was so
Oh, okay.
funny.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're expecting something rustic. The
Yeah.
lorry picked you up, and Pringles potato chips were everywhere, cell phones everywhere. Well, it makes sense. Malaysia makes all the cell phones. Oh,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
everything. Breakfast, first things, baked beans and toast.
Oh,
The British baked bean
The
tea.
British influence. Yeah.
no, I'd starve.
Well, no, they had everything else, but that I mean it was just so funny to see the baked beans
And toast. Ugh.
and toast. You
Speaking
know,
of dinner, I'm going to sign off and get my husband his dinner,
Oh.
guys.
All right.
I know mine's gonna want dinner too.
But it's been nice.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
lovely talking to you guys.
And
see you in Kansas City.
Yes.
yeah, not me, but I'll see you in Buffalo maybe next year.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is Buffalo going to be next year?
Well, we're doing
free.
Linda Kay calls it the trifecta. It's
Yeah,
Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse.
I would love it.
Cool. Yeah.
And the
So
plan
come
is
on and see us.
they're
I'm in
looking
Buffalo.
they're looking at hotels in Rochester and then doing day trips to Buffalo and Syracuse because we're Rochester is halfway between us.
I went to a football game in Buffalo.
Of
Oh,
course you
oh,
did.
go Bills. Yeah.
Cincinnati, the Bengals versus Buffalo in the
Oh.
playoffs because my daughter's the person who was going with her, she lives in Southern California, but she's a fanatical Bengals fan. And the
Oh,
person who was going with her couldn't go at the last minute, and I got a phone call, Mom, you're going to a Bengals game.
okay.
Yay! Mom got invited to something.
Those are good games
It
too.
was the people were so wonderful, but
Yeah.
I thought they were being rude when they talked about the mafia. And I
Oh,
said,
no.
"Oh, you can't talk about the mafia."
Family.
And then I'm going down in this party bus, and every stall was mafia, mafia, mafia stuff. I said, "Oh, I guess it's not rude."
No,
No.
it's not what most people what you think, but yeah, it's kind of
Yeah, I thought, "Oh, they're
weird
being
me out.
no,
But
that's not nice to say."
yeah, yeah. And I'll tell you what, guys, you think I fight bison versus buffalo at the zoo every day? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
We
yeah,
finally give up and say, you know what? In Buffalo, it's okay. They're
The
Buffalo.
buffalo.
yeah,
Heard them called American buffalo, which
Yeah, there you go.
that's a
yeah.
good.
American buffalo versus a bison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Right. Well, thank you for.
So see you
Yep.
take
when I
care.
see you.
In Kansas City. I can't wait.
Yeah, have fun.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I don't know how this works.
Leave. There it is. Leave. On the bottom. Well, mine's on the bottom.